up your goal setting sheet, based on the discussions in the previous session, we are sure that there would be one goal which is there in your sheet. That is to achieve financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom means to have so much money or enough money that you are free to do whatever you want to do. You can travel as much as you want, you can work wherever you like, you can spend your money on things you want to without worrying about that whether your paycheck next month will come or not. Basically, you are in such a situation in your life financially that you are not dependent on that monthly income but are free and have so much money in your various investments that you can do whatever you like to do. And that is basically financial freedom. In earlier terms, this was called as retirement, where people after working for 35 to 40 years would take a retirement at 60, take their pension or the provident funds from their employers and live the rest of their lives comfortably or otherwise based on their situations. Now, what has changed is that we don't want to wait till 60 to retire. Most of us are looking at situation where we can achieve our financial freedom at the earliest, and the best way to do that is to know your financially free number. What is that number that will give you the choice to do whatever you want to do? So basically, when we always talk about retirement, it's not about just retiring from work, but it's basically about having that independence and freedom from the need to work, and you can do whatever you want to do or whatever is meaningful for you. Now, when we are looking at financial freedom or retirement in this way, it's not the age that determines our decision to retire, but it is the corpus or our investments. So basically, the day we achieve that amount which is enough for us to be able to do what we want to do, we may change our jobs, change our lifestyle, and we no longer be dependent on that particular source of income. Now again, it's a personal choice. I'm sure there are some people who love their job and they want to continue to do whatever they like. The idea of financial freedom is not just related to your particular job. It basically means that you have the choice to do what you like to do, and you have enough money with you which gives you that choice. And in this session, we are going to understand and compute using the Know Your Financial Freedom number tool that what is your corpus that will give you this freedom and how much do you need to invest monthly to achieve this corpus. So clearly this tool is divided in two parts. In one part, we are going to compute this corpus amount or the financial freedom amount, and in the second part of the tool, we will arrive at our monthly investment to achieve this corpus. Now, when we look at the first part of this tool to compute the financially free corpus amount, it is equal to knowing that 5 years from now, I want to buy a house of 25 lakh rupees. So when we considered inflation, we knew that this 25 lakh rupees has become 33 lakh rupees. Or when we said that 5 years from now, I want to buy a car of 3 lakh rupees, which became, considering inflation, 4.5 lakh rupees. So we've used that in the goal setting tool to arrive at our amounts of our goals. Similarly, we need to know the amount of our retirement goal, and that is computed through the retirement tool. So the three things that helps you determine this are your current age, the age at which you wish to retire, could be 50, 60, or any age that you are currently looking at to retire, and the third number is your life expectancy age. See, basically, till what age do you think you would survive? Generally, on a conservative basis, you could consider the age of 85 for this. Now, this retirement corpus is computed based on your current living expenses. To understand this better, let's take the example of Arjun. We know that Arjun spends monthly 70,000 rupees. We discussed his profile in session 1, module 1. Then we also discussed that we know that his risk profile is growth, where his asset allocation suggests that he invests 70% in equity and 30% in debt. And based on this, his expected rate of return from his profile is 12.9%. Then we've also know that his current age is 30. He expects to retire at 60 and his life expectancy is 85. So let's compute his retirement corpus. So when you look at the tool, the first table will tell you how much would you need each month after you retire. So where you are currently spending 70,000 rupees at the age of 30, if you want to have the same lifestyle, then how much would you need to spend each month when Arjun is 60? So the first table, you fill in the gray cells with your current age, expected retirement age and expected life expectancy. Considering your inflation of 6%, Arjun's per month expenses of 70,000 rupees after 30 years, when he is 60, would become 4 lakh rupees. So yes, Arjun needs to spend 4 lakh rupees per month after he is 60 to have the same lifestyle that he is having today. Now, once we know how much he needs each month, we will arrive at the corpus amount, that the total amount he would need at the age of 60 so that he can spend 4 lakh rupees per month and the increasing amount of 4 lakhs. So this corpus calculation will also take into consideration your inflation and the rate of return at which you would invest this corpus. So your second table talks about the total corpus you would need. For this, we've considered your rate of return post-retirement as 9%, because when once is retired, the risk-taking capacity reduces. So the expected rate of return that we've considered on a conservative basis is 9%. The inflation still remains 6%. So the inflation adjusted rate of return is 3%. So how much extra the portfolio will earn over and above the inflation rate is 3%. When you do the calculation of present value to arrive at the corpus that Arjun would need at the age of 60 is 8 crores 65 lakhs. So Arjun needs 8 crores 65 lakhs at the age of 60 so that for the next 25 years, from the age of 60 till 85, he can have a comfortable lifestyle without worrying about regular income. This number also takes into consideration the inflation. So the 4 lakhs rupees that Arjun needs at the age of 60 would further increase by 6% that he would need at next year. So this 8 crores would keep depleting year as you keep spending it. But you would also invest it, because it's not that at the age of 60 you would go and spend the entire amount. And then there is a way that Arjun needs to invest this 8 crore 65 lakhs so that he can continuously withdraw enough money each month to have his comfortable lifestyle, and also so that this 8 crore 65 lakhs lasts him for the next 25 years. Now the second part of the tool, once I know my goal amount and the tenure in which I want to achieve the goal, is to arrive at how much do I need to invest each month to achieve this goal. In the previous sessions, Harsh has already discussed that the way to arrive at this is to use the formula PMT, and we've done that in our goal setting tool as well. So that calculation remains the same even for your retirement goal. So when you go further down in the tool, the table 3 talks about how much you need to start saving and investing from today to achieve the corpus of 8.65 crores. So that is your goal amount. If you have any existing savings, say your employee provident fund or public provident fund that we generally advise to demark towards your retirement goal, you can remove that amount from here, and then the money that you need for achieving this goal will come. Years left would be 30 years. This amount will come from top. His current age is 30. He's retiring at the age of 60. So his 30 years are left to retire, and his expected rate of return from the portfolio would be 12.9%. Clearly, retirement is a long-term goal, so you invest in a mix of debt and equity based on your asset allocation. So now the number that he needs to put aside each month is 20,251. Well, based on our discussions and calculations here, the each month number does not seem to be as intimidating as the 8.65 crores seem. So the key to achieving this financial freedom corpus is not how much money you have, but to start early, identify this goal corpus amount and the money that you need to invest each month, and start investing that amount each month. Retirement is such a goal that for which you will have no support. Like you may even get a loan to buy a house, you may get a loan to buy a car. But when it comes to retirement, no bank will ever give you a loan. So retirement is one of the most important goals that you need to invest for. Now let's understand that if Arjun wanted to retire not at 60 but at 50, what would his corpus look like and how much he need to invest each month? Well, given that he wants to retire early, clearly he would have to invest more. When we look at the numbers, because he's retiring in the next 20 years, the money that you would require per month would be much lower because the inflation impact would be lower. So that would be 2,24,000, and hence the corpus that he would need at the age of 50 would be 5.89 crores. So in the next 20 years, Arjun has to invest per month to achieve the goal of 5.89 crores. So if keeping everything same, we come to the conclusion that Arjun needs to keep aside 52,000 rupees per month to retire in the next 20 years. Where Arjun was looking to retire in the next 30 years, he was saving and investing 20,000 rupees per month. And when he's looking to retire at 50, he has to save and invest 50,000 rupees per month. So where you are looking to retire early, also be prepared to save and invest more. So where here we wrap up the discussion around retirement, and also again substantiate that if no goal, or if you have no investment or no goal, do compute this tool for your understanding and know what is that number that you need to achieve to be financially free. Look at your current age, your expected age of retirement, and your life expectancy age to arrive at this number. Also, this number is based on your current expenses. So where you're looking to retire in future and have the same lifestyle, then take the current expenses amount. If you think you would need, if you want to have a more comfortable lifestyle, you would spend more than what you're doing today, then you could adjust the numbers accordingly in the tool. And lastly, don't forget that you would get a loan for every other goal. But when it comes to retirement or financial freedom, you need to save and invest for it yourself. So with this, we wrap up the entire discussion of goal setting and ways to achieve our goals. In the next session, we are going to talk about that one thing you can do if you don't have enough to invest, that is borrowings, and how much you should borrow for your various goals.